Do not do this if you are publishing low content KDP. Please, 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 please. Y'all, I was just looking at competitive research for the upcoming holiday season. And first of all, if I'm switching into Southern y'all mode, there's something under my skin for sure here. Okay, I have to point this out as I'm seeing it. And I want you to please promise me that you will not do this when you start publishing Amazon KDP. This is spamming the system. It makes for a terrible customer experience, and it's probably going to get Amazon to become even stricter with our daily title publishing limits, or even eventually shut down the independent publishing system if we have too much spam nonsense on here. So I actually just finished recording my video about how to create a Christmas book really quickly, really easily, and challenging any of you to get a seasonal book out and published before the holiday it's for. So whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, etc. I literally just hit stop on that button and went into doing some of my own research, and I typed in Christmas coloring book as a starting point. I scroll down and I can see that there are a few books being sponsored, so somebody is paying for ads here. And I realized that these two Thanksgiving coloring books look very, very similar. I'm guessing that the cover was AI, because I do think that you can get a few different graphics like that with AI within a matter of seconds. But the fact that it's called simply Thanksgiving coloring book and is in the exact same font made me take a step back. So I looked at them and said one of them is called Art Design and one is called Cool Design. They're both priced at exactly $8.99. These must be the same seller. So I'm going through here, and let's say I'm right-clicking on this one book. It's opening a tab for me. I'm also going to open this book, and it's going to open a tab for me because here it's not letting me click directly on the author link. But I was curious. I thought maybe they were trying to do their own little A/B test on which cover will sell better. But because I just recorded a video for you on why we don't want to publish the same KDP interiors as everybody else, but simply with a different cover, I thought this was too uncanny to pass up sharing with you. So you can see that right here, it's a 100-page book. It's by Cool Design as the author, and it was just published a couple weeks ago at the end of October. Let's see about this other book. Oh, look, it's the same, except for it looks like here they got themselves a large print tag, but published on the exact same day and maybe trying out a few different keywords in the title. Now, there is no look inside feature here, but it looks like their back cover does show us a little bit of what's inside. So we can click here and get an idea of what images are inside. These definitely look like KDP images, but we basically have some turkeys in baskets, a pumpkin in a basket, a different turkey in a basket. It's really kind of all the same image. It's almost like they must have prompted AI to create a turkey in a basket with pumpkins and apples, because you can see it's pretty similar here. If I go to the first book and I do the same thing, you can see that it is the exact four same images on the back cover here. I think they're even in the same order. We've got turkeys in baskets with apples and a pumpkin. So these are the exact same interiors. The pages have not been changed at all. And not only are they being given different titles, but they are being called different authors. Now, you and I can probably see that because these are side to side, we've now recognized that these are the same book, and Cool Design and Art Design are clearly the same person. But if another customer didn't see these side by side, or wasn't looking from a competitive point of view like we are, then they might end up spending money on both of these books, and that would be pretty sad. Now, if I click on cool design and I try to see if they've done anything else, you can see that they are also following another no-no by trying to keyword stuff in their author title. So they have a nurse coloring book and it's called Nurse Cool Design. So there are only those couple books popping up, but I saw this and it just made me go nuts because this is absolutely what we should not do. This is going to get KDP to say, never mind, we're getting more spam than quality, and we just can't gatekeep enough anymore. No matter the tight restrictions we've put on, we can't stop it. And before you think I'm exaggerating, because maybe this one author is trying their own thing and wanted to try out different covers, A/B covers, let me scroll down to the bottom and show you this other one. I thought, wow, this looks pretty similar. It has a different font, but this is a little kid on the front. It's called Happy Thanksgiving. It was also published in early October. And if we look at the last page, all right, it's a bunch of probably AI generated turkey coloring pages, but they are different than the pages we just looked at. So at least this time it's a little different. However, look at these books and tell me that they are not exactly the same. This is clearly just a different AI cover. Now, this is a different author, so this time it's Annabelle Carroll who's doing this. So, Annabelle, if you are looking at this video, please take this down and please redo them and please follow my advice from my last video. I can show you that if we scroll down, I'm sure Annabelle is also the Cool Designs author, but look, here's another turkey that looks exactly the same. Now here is another kid. And at this point, at least if you're using AI, okay, these designs are different than the prior books, so similar does not mean a match. So it is technically by the book allowed. But where else? Oh, I think I had clicked on this one. And this is the one that I think really, really made me frustrated. Okay, so this is a different kid than the one I just showed you. And when we click on it and scroll to the back, you can see that it, again, matches exactly the images in the other kid cover Thanksgiving book that we just clicked through. And the cover doesn't have anything to do with the interior at all. So look, maybe that's designer preference. Obviously, in this case, it is just mass-produced nonsense. But if you're going to put a kid on the front and then you're going to put these intricate, realistic-looking versions of turkey coloring with line art, sketched pages, this just doesn't reflect at all. I'm expecting this book to have kids playing in pumpkins, kids in fall weather, something that is very different than this, or at the very least, add a big, giant, intricate turkey on the cover as well. Point is, seeing these books be exactly the same and then seeing that they're not even quality or uniquely designed inside. They don't have a variety of different images. Oh my gosh, it's just making me so frustrated, and I had to share because, again, it is exactly what we just talked about. And if you scroll down, products related to this item, and based on my recent views, look how many of these there are. I mean, this person is just throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks, but they're not even doing it in unique or interesting ways. I mean, this is just crazy. So please promise me that if you start or continue publishing on Amazon KDP and you are a subscriber of this channel, that you will not be that person. Just promise. Throw a comment in below and say, Rebecca, I promise. I hope you agree that this just looks ridiculous. It's garbage content. It's bad for the sellers. And yes, it doesn't impact me. It's not going to take sales away from me personally. And the pie is big enough for all of us to succeed. But this is the kind of thing I see and I say, wow, that's why I can't create the same number of titles I used to in the same amount of time. This is why there's a new restriction. This is why you have to check the AI radio button now. This is why they're asking us more and more questions to get one book published at a time. So please don't be that person. Drop a comment below, drop your promise to me below, and share this with anybody who's getting started on Amazon KDP. And please tell them to not be that person either. All right, until next time, where I will be sharing another positive, uplifting, helpful video rather than a bit of a creator rant. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you then. Bye.